One. Fade this in, see if that works. I'm Jim, the Keys bartender, coming to you with episode 116, and I'm going to call this one Top 10 List, and I'm here with Jenna Kelly. Can you hear me, Jenna?
I'm here.
Wow. I think we have, finally we did it. I know I popped this on you, but I thought it would be good to do Holloween early. Just knock it out of the way, before we get any crazy stories in there. And so I threw in like the top 10. I researched the top 10 slutty costumes and the scary movies. That's my personal opinion, and some candy. And you can interject on any of that. But
so
are you a Halloween? I mean, I didn't even know. Did you even celebrate Halloween growing up?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, we went trick-or-treating like crazy all over Minneapolis.
Wow. And, well, for me, I didn't even know what to say about that right away, because I just rolled in with the top 10 list, and I was out today. I went to a meet and greet for politicians for the next election. Hello?
Okay. I'm here.
Yeah, I just went there. I went there and got signs and stuff like that. I sat there, and they kind of breezed in, and, just going to meet a politician is such an event nowadays. If you ever want to go to a show and you don't have money for a ticket, just go and listen to a politician. So it was a good time. I went in there. I went there for an hour, and I was just going to talk to them, and then they got called away. I never got really to talk to them at all. But no great loss.
The guys were all like robbing banks.
What?
And they had all the. There was a movie where the guys were like robbing banks, and they all had like dead president masks on. Speaking of Halloween costumes, it just made me think of that.
That was the one with Ben Affleck. Was it? Or was that?
No, it was the surfer movie. It was with Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
it was
Break.
Point Break. Yeah.
What's it called?
Point Break.
Point Break.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the latest one or the?
I think it was. I mean, it's from a long time ago. I want to say it's from like the
the one with Patrick
90s.
Swayze and
yeah,
Keanu Reeves.
They were. Yep, Keanu Reeves. They had like the Richard Nixon mask and the Ronald Reagan mask.
Hey, do you ever have a problem with how Keanu Reeves, how slow he is?
Yeah, I do. I have noticed that he is a little slow. He's a slow talker.
Yeah. Well, and it makes you think that his thinking's real slow too.
Yeah, but he's a pretty successful guy.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's a lot of nitwits that got to be successful, Isn't
he a native Hawaiian, isn't he?
What?
I think he's a native Hawaiian.
I think he's a mix. He's
like.
Got to be a mix. That's not. He's not 100%. He's got some German, Scottish, something like it in him.
Something, but his name is Keanu, which is Hawaiian.
Yeah, but his last name is Reeves, which is English.
Oh, touche.
Yeah, so or Irish. So the mother was probably the father was an Irish guy married a Hawaiian. Or his name, what if his name's Ben Epstein and he changed his name to the Hawaiian name to make it a little more interesting?
You think he's just a Jewish guy from New York City?
Yeah. I'm Alfred Twinklestein.
Twinklestein.
Yeah, Twinklestein. I mean, that'd be good if you were a comedian, but not if you wanted to be a serious actor. Well, Keanu Reeves, and you got you want to be. Think of it, when he started hitting it real heavy. It was what was it? God, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Dude.
Yeah, you can't put. I mean, they were going away from Woody Allen at that time. I think he was because he was sleeping with his adopted daughter.
Right.
That's creepy. Oh man, I don't know what. Hey, listen, I hope I don't mess up this call. If I do,
why?
mess
What
it
are you
up,
doing?
I'm gonna try to. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good. I'm gonna try to up your volume or something like that. Pump up the volume.
You can't hear me?
Let me see. I have it all the way up. Now I can hear you. You know what? It's recording really well, but I just got to listen up real hard.
Maybe you got shit in your ears.
Yeah, I have. Well, yesterday you missed an abysmal performance. I did that thing where I had to herd Bill and Luke around. He started chatting up about chatting to people off mic, having a conversation, and having, half the audio not going in because they're not holding the mic up to the person they're talking. Not that they're talking about anything interesting.
But then, so all you can hear was Luke.
Well, yeah, Luke, and then talking. I'm like, oh, God damn it. And he goes, oh, I'm trying to do it. And I'm going, okay. You know what? Unless there's a real resurgence or increase in country folk listening to podcasts, which I don't think it is.
I can't imagine so.
I think they have like crystal radios, maybe. They listen to AM radio.
The old tube style.
Yeah, the Chicken Report. Or where you can go bear spotting because it's not bear season yet. But that's what they do on a Saturday night.
Oh, goodness.
You don't know about that?
I have a chicken chasing me around the shop.
What?
Every time I go outside for a smoke break at work, there's a freaking chicken that keeps chasing me everywhere.
A chicken?
Yeah.
Is it a rooster or a chicken?
Specifically a cock. It's a cock.
What?
It's a cock.
Oh, so it's certainly acting like it. But
you just made me say that 3 times on purpose, I'm sure.
I couldn't. I didn't know you. I didn't necessarily hear it, but then I did hear cock, so that made it through. They're all around. They're mean too. I'm trying to figure out. There's the listeners are not in the area. We did mention on another show, but I don't. I think that show's not available because of the audio. There's chickens all over the place. We're like a village in Guatemala, except without all the gang violence.
If we had goats, we'd be Jamaicans.
Yeah, goats wouldn't. Yeah, you couldn't do the goats because of the high traffic. The goats would just be dead all the time, being run over. But there's chickens, and how those chickens survive because there's all those cats. It's all these goddamn cats that people just come down here for a couple months, get a cat, and then we leave. They just shoo it out the door because there's no repercussions. The cats won't die of exposure, right?
Right.
So,
yeah, true. But
you got just
the
cats
chickens,
and chickens,
though, had to get here somehow.
Yeah, well, the chickens shouldn't be able to get old enough with all the cats around. They're bite-sized morsels for the cats for like the first 3 weeks of their life.
It's got to be. There's got to be people that are just out there feeding the chickens to keep them around.
Well, no, but the cats. You figure there would be no female ones because they'd always get like attacked by cats.
Yeah.
But no, like the cats. I guess the chickens. I think the chickens are getting a lot more aggressive because only the most aggressive ones survive. So the cats don't come around. The feral cats don't go around the roosters anymore.
Well, the roosters are pretty aggressive, though. I mean,
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Because of it was kind of like a short-term evolution occurring where we're getting the most aggressive chickens surviving.
Yeah.
So you had this rooster following you around. Now
he does it every day. I go out for a smoke break.
He's like a Jehovah's Witness.
He is. He's just trying to hand me the what is that? The watchtower.
The pamphlet.
Yeah, it's called the watchtower.
The watchtower. Yeah, he's trying to hand off the watchtower to you all the time. So when you're sneaking outside to have a cigarette?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't know how many times during the day do you get a chance to just take a break?
I sneak into it kind of because there's 2 buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't have to sneak, but that way I'm just like not just out there smoking. But I walk from my office into like the admin office and drop off a bunch of paperwork, and then I walk down the back alley from that one to mine.
Yeah.
So I walk out the front and I spin back through the back and I have a smoke when I do it.
That's like the great escape.
Right.
You run around trying to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So.
Oh, by the way, I got clearance from my boss today to help you do the podcast for the bridge walk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because my event at Riva is right after that. So
okay, why don't you promote it?
Well, yeah, he's going to give me some flyers to hand out to anybody that wants to join us over at the barbecue at Riva afterwards. Get some free tickets so they can go sample some of the barbecue and they're going to have chili, I think, this year.
Oh, that's
right?
a great time to do it. We're going to have all those runners from out of town. And it's going to be happening about 2 hours. They can go home and shower or wherever they're staying and shower and get.
Yeah, they can just join us at Riva for the after party. Yeah. We actually have a company. I can't remember. I think it's Islandrada Beer Company. I'm not sure that the sponsoring actual bartenders or who they're going to be. But last year it was Pusser's Rum, and they brought in their own bartenders, and we hired some of our own. But people can buy the tickets. And they turn the tickets for, food samples, and then at the end there's a big judging thing, and whoever wins, they get trophies. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's cash prizes, there's trophies, there's all kinds of fun stuff.
That's the weekend of November 20th.
It is, it's the 10th, and we also are doing raffle tickets to give away a gas-powered Chelsea.
Right. Oh, my God, no, it's not the 20th. That's near Thanksgiving. It is November 10th.
Yeah, no, it's the 10th, yep. But we're giving away a gas-powered, raffling off a gas-powered golf cart, too.
Oh, okay. Wow. It's a lot going on there. Did you give the address? It's Riva Water Sports at?
Riva Motorsports is at mile marker 102.5, Bayside.
In Key Largo.
In Key Largo.
Florida.
Well, South Florida.
Yeah. And you know what? You got to get a fucking jet ski when you come down here.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Or a big boat.
You can't just come down here and smoke weed and drink all the beer. You're going to have to buy a jet ski.
You have to be an honorable patron and buy a jet ski from the locals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And follow the wake zone limits. Try to remember that.
I have a great story for you. I have a very cheesy story for you.
Okay. Tell me.
So my husband bought a 36-foot trawler, right?
Yeah.
The one behind my house when you were here last time.
Yeah.
So to clean it out, he rented a dumpster, him and a buddy of his. And the dumpster, of course, had been slowly filling with crap from the trawler, from everybody's houses. They all kind of went in on it. And there's been people that keep pilfering through this dumpster. Like, it's on private property.
Was this the thing you told me on Wednesday?
Yeah, where
no, you told me that. You told me on Monday.
Well, get this. Today, I get a phone call from the neighbor that says that there is a guy in the dumpster.
Yeah.
Come home. So I get back here. It turns out it is a older homeless guy on a bicycle, and he's been trying to make a bed in there.
In the dumpster?
In the dumpster, the small amount of English that the guy could speak, the neighbor got out of him that basically he was trying to make a bed.
In the dumpster?
And he was inside of the dumpster, which is nearly full.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's got to be the poorest choices for a location. Inside a dumpster. It's not one with the lid, right?
No, it doesn't have a lid on it, no. But inside a dumpster in someone's driveway. I mean, it's on private property.
Inside the dumpster, he was going to make bedding. He was going to lay in the bedding and cover himself up with plastic.
Or trash, whatever is
and
in
hope
there.
that someone doesn't drop an 800-pound refrigerator on his ass.
Yeah, we could just start throwing trash bags on his head. We wouldn't have even known if he was probably in there. But yeah, so the neighbor guy kicked him out. And it's like, what the heck? But yeah, so anyway, guy trying to sleep in my dumpster today. Very easy story.
There's so many better places.
There really is.
There is literally, I can think of 100 better places. Wow.
Okay, so give me a better place to sleep in a dumpster if you're homeless.
Oh, there's park benches. There's restrooms if you can, sit on a toilet without your feet hanging down. You can sleep on the floor of a restroom.
I wouldn't have thought of that one. You must have found someone sitting on a toilet before.
You know what I mean? Well, when you're hiding behind a stall and your feet aren't hanging down. That's how they get you. Would be a really good See, I always thought if I was going to sneak up someone in the bathroom, that's what I would do. Is that creepy? I mean,
it's logical that you wouldn't want people to see your feet, but I don't know if
first I would have my hand on my keys so I don't make that jingling noise. Oh.
You've thought about this way too much.
No, I'm just thinking about it right now, but it's pretty good. No jingling noise. Make sure you don't have any change in your pocket. Right. Always wear soft sole shoes because on porcelain you'd slide right off. And if you have a wet dress shoe, people don't notice it. They notice it a lot more than a wet sneaker. Because wet sneaker, you're an idiot. You were running and you stepped in a puddle.
You stepped in the toilet.
But you got a good sneaker. Your foot's not going to slide into that toilet. Make sure you flush it before you go and stand on the edge of it because you could slip into it. That's just fucking gross. Okay. How did I get into this? I'm giving advice. My buddy Pat from Philly said I should give advice to the lovelorn. And now I'm giving advice to stalkers.
The stalkers. Yeah. Speaking of stalkers, did you hear about that one at the gas station down the street?
No, let me hear about it.
A guy was arrested for voyeurism because he was waiting for attractive girls to come into his gas station, and he would hide his cell phone with the video camera on in the paper towel dispenser. And
really?
A girl
his cell phone?
Went in there. A teenage girl went in there to wash her hands, only pulled down on the paper towels, and the phone fell out. So she brought it up to the counter.
He's the world's worst. Oh, my God.
Yeah. It was on Keys News.
She was pulling the paper towels and the phone fell out?
Right. She was pulling up paper towels to dry her hands, and the phone fell out.
How did she know it was his phone? Because he tried to get it?
She took it up there. He worked there. He was the clerk at the counter, so she took it up to him to turn it in, and he was like, I don't know who this is, and he got all weird and creepy about it. So she went home and told her mom, and her mom called the cops. The cops went over there and asked the guy about it. He at first said that it wasn't his or that it was his, and then he finally admitted that it was, and he was waiting for attractive people to come into the store, and he was hoping they were going to take their clothes off, and he was going to get them on video. And then he was like, I promise I will erase all the video, and then they arrested him.
Oh, he has the video.
Yeah, they had it. He had the video on his phone. He kept trying to say it wasn't his phone, and then he claimed that then he finally had to say that it was, But, yeah. So, giant creeper status. Trying to get pictures of teenage girls.
I would have known. I would have said, it's not me. Not my phone.
He's on
and they're going to say, and it's not going to be his real name.
Wow. Right? Yeah.
I would never admit. I mean, if I was, you said he didn't speak English, right?
Well, this guy, no, he did. I think he did. I mean, he works at a gas station. You kind of have to down here to work at a gas station.
There's people down here. You go on the gas station. Right?
Go to the gas station, change clothes.
There's people down here that don't speak any English.
Well, yes, but they don't usually work in customer service.
Oh, my God, they do. Oh, my God. I had a guy, I called a garage and down here, and I'm talking to the guy, and he doesn't, I'm asking for a set of tires, and he didn't quite understand me. Down here in the Keys. And I'm not talking about in Homestead. You go up to Homestead, right. It's like, it's a crapshoot. You might as well be in freaking Tijuana. Because you're not going to understand. I mean, unless you know Spanish, you better know a smidgen of Spanish when you go up there. And not that that's a bad thing.
It's just funny that you would use Tijuana since most of our Latin community is from Cuba.
Well, now now it used to be, but there's a lot of Mexican people now and Puerto Rican from the Irma Maria, right?
Oh yeah, from Irma Maria.
Mm-hmm. They said the
Hurricane.
Puerto Rican segment of Florida Latino population went up like 20%. That's cute. Can you hear my dog in the background?
I can't.
She's playing with her squeak toy. Roxy, come on.
Oh.
She never does this shit, and then she comes in here and does it. Come here, girl. What a cute dog. Oh, man. That dog distracts the hell out of me. You know what? We're 20 minutes in the show, and we didn't start talking about Halloween.
I know. Okay, so I have a good segue into Halloween, even though it's actually sad for how bad the Panhandle got hit, but how that it's Hurricane Michael Myers, right before Halloween.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Michael?
Hurricane Michael. Oh. Mike Myers from the movie Halloween.
Oh, okay. Mike Myers.
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers.
You know what? Halloween, goddamn, my dog's right next to me with the goddamn squeaky toy. Right next to me. And she's never done that. She's getting all freaking weird. Come on, you knucklehead.
She wants to be on the air.
Right behind. What the hell happened? Come on, save me.
Well.
We're talking about Mike Myers and that devastating hurricane, Category 4, almost 5 hurricane that hit the Panhandle and is now still edging up the Mid-Atlantic. Do you know that?
Going to head into Carolina now, I believe.
Yep. And it's going to end up in Britain and Ireland. You know that? It's going to go right across the Atlantic.
Yeah, most likely.
Be a storm. That's just amazing. What goes around comes around, goes around down here. But you were talking about Mike Myers. You jumped ahead, so we'll start. I was going to start with top slutty costumes.
Top slutty costume.
Yeah, because for some reason, when girls get over like 16 years old, they got to be wearing something provocative, right?
Yeah, most likely. Okay, so you have the top 10 list of slutty costumes?
Yeah, you know what? This is 2017. The first one I don't get, the sultry skeleton.
Oh, that's the ones where they paint themselves.
Yeah, but...
Right?
No, this person's wearing a costume. You know what? I mean, hey, listen, I don't like to body shame anybody and stuff like that, but being a skeleton is not a really desirable body shape. We had this discussion. I had my discussion with the guys before about this.
Yeah, but if you were going to try to pull off a skeleton costume, you would almost have to be quite thin.
Yeah, but
right?
You got to have the black part of it, Your body takes up the bone part of it, So you can't just be all bone. So you got the tiny, it just doesn't work. But what I'm saying is, why would anybody be afraid of a skeleton? They have no muscle. They have no muscle tone. They cannot hurt you.
If I found a skeleton buried under my house, it might freak me out a little bit.
You told me about that one. That was a good one. But I mean, a skeleton, the only way it could hurt you is if someone took the bone and hit you over the head with it. A living person.
You're right. Like, I was attacked with a femur.
Yeah, but I mean, when did skeletons that go like, well, I mean, this body that has no form of locomotion is going to be very dangerous? I mean, they just sit there and
are no longer there.
Yeah, if they fell out of the sky and hit you, maybe you'd be hurt. But why would you be terrified of it? And when I saw a Hercules movie, I never understood that. Because the skeletons come fighting, and the big guys with swords are running, and they're fighting them, like almost to a draw. And I said, man, you should be kicking that skeleton's ass. Okay, well that was my thing.
What's the next one? What's next to sexy skeleton?
Fallen angel.
A fallen angel?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like gory and bloody?
No, it's kind of like it looks like God. Who was the chick in Beetlejuice? The young girl in Beetlejuice.
Oh gosh, that's Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder,
but,
as an angel in a blank outfit. Oh, she was Black Swan. Just think of that. That's
Black
what it looks
Swan.
like. It looks like a Black Swan outfit with a halo over its head, a black halo. Okay.
I still don't think that's scary.
No, it's supposed to be scary. It's supposed to be. I said it was slutty.
Right, but it's supposed to be.
None of these are scary.
ISIS.
Wow, ISIS was big when I was in the 1970s. I don't even know they have a cartoon with ISIS in it right now. Do you know who ISIS is?
No.
She's an Egyptian, the number one Egyptian goddess.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, guess this one. She's a big superhero nowadays. Female superhero.
Oh, with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, you know what? What's her name? Gal Gadot is sexy anyway, but that's not a slutty costume. That's just the way they dressed, the way the Amazons dressed.
But how hot was Linda Carter, though?
What? Yeah, well, Linda Carter? Yeah, well, that with the big crown on her head?
Yeah. Right? She was kick-ass, though. My Uncle Polly.
All the big hair. We call her metal titties. We did. That's okay. Okay. We got Wonder Woman. Next one is a paratrooper, which, I mean, if you're a paratrooper, yeah, you should wear a skin-tight outfit that's form-fitting because it'd help you when you're parachuting. What?
But does the sexy paratrooper carry a parachute?
Does she carry a what?
A parachute.
I'm missing it again.
Parachute.
Well, Jesus Christ, you wouldn't be much of a paratrooper without a parachute. But no, not as a costume. Oh my God, Jenna, you never last long. You always have to have your parachute as a paratrooper if you're suited up for a drop. There's nothing, and you should have a backup. You should always have a backup.
That would be the gory, scary part.
What do you think the next one is?
The next one is probably, oh goodness.
Get it. It's a classic one.
It's a classic? Oh, it's probably a sexy nurse.
No. No, close. No. Police
French
officer.
Maid. Oh, police officer, yeah.
Okay, now these next ones you're not going to, I'll give you the next one you might get. It's Catwoman.
Catwoman.
And Catwoman's been big, just like Wonder Woman Catwoman's been big since the 1960s. Okay.
Right.
A sexy referee.
Catwoman in her spandex. Or no, that was like patent leather, wasn't it?
Which one?
Catwoman with her long nails and her outfit. Oh yeah,
Julie Newmar, Catwoman.
Is that who the first one was?
Mm-hmm. No,
back in the 60s,
it was some
right?
black singer, a really famous one. Oh God, who was it? Oh, I know her name.
I have no idea.
Oh my God, that singer. Who's the singer? You know, she sings songs like "At Last" and all those songs like that.
That was Etta James.
That's her.
Etta James was Catwoman?
Yeah, one of them was. Etta James for a little while. She was older, too. She was like 50 years old, but she still was beautiful. Okay.
Holy crap.
I know. She was. I mean, she's just one of those women that maintained her looks. She always... I don't know. Maybe it wasn't Etta James, but a referee. I said referee. Wow, that's a weird...
A referee.
A referee.
Yeah,
okay.
again.
Okay, this is a classic one in a famous science fiction series.
Oh, that's got to be is it like Mrs. Frankenstein? What's the...
No, I said science fiction. Well, that's kind of science fiction. That's more horror. It's Princess Leia. I was trying to say Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Science fiction.
Princess Leia.
There's not, I mean, okay, Frankenstein was science fiction. Actually, it was back in the 1930s.
Well, all of a sudden, Frankenstein is is no longer.
No, they had the other. They had the when they invented the machine that did the static electricity that went up the antennas. You just see that bolt of electricity go up. And they always put that when there was a mad scientist right there. Had that fucking little electrical machine. Okay, and last but not least, a sexy sailor.
A sexy sailor. I like that one.
You do?
No wonder it's number one on the list. Yep.
Okay. Well, I didn't make it number one. I just picked it. Sultry Skeleton was number one.
Oh, it was. You're going backwards.
Well, the couple of them are mixed in the end, but I couldn't under Fallen Angel, Isis, Wonder Woman. Isis, I don't even know how Isis made it in there because there's no movie. Okay, scary movies. Okay, this is my random list.
Which way are you going? Are you going with the scariest movies or the not so scariest?
What do you want me to do?
do 10 to 1. Do not so scary.
Okay, well, I'm not going to say it's not so scary. I'm saying the quality of it. All of them are scary in their own right. Okay? And there's 4 new ones and 5 old ones, and 1 medium, I guess. Okay. Number 10 is Cabin in the Woods. You ever hear Cabin in the Woods?
I have never seen Cabin in the Woods.
You heard of it?
I have heard of it, but I've never seen it.
You know, it's a group of college kids, and they fall into their own stereotypical behavior. And, I mean, it's just every horror character is in that movie, and it's in it for a reason, so it works. So Cabin in the Woods is a great Halloween movie. Okay, this other one, it has John, who's the guy on that was on Roseanne? John
Goodman.
John Goodman, 10 Cloverfield Lane. He was the villain. He trapped a young man and a young woman in a post-apocalyptic bunker underground, and the 2 younger people don't know that whether the world's destroyed or not. It's a great movie. Okay, you ever hear of it?
On their computers? No, well, my buddies are here, Tommy and Kelsey, and they've seen it.
Yeah, that's okay. I put Jaws in there because of just the shock value. You know,
I was going to say Jaws, but it's not really a Halloween-based movie. But Jaws, you got.
Hey, if I was going to be afraid
in the water,
if I was going to be afraid of something, it would definitely be a great white shark while I'm in the water. Now, this is another new one. Just came out last year. A Quiet Place.
Oh.
Now, it is a classic. It's considered since last year, it's put in the top 5 of some people's list.
Yeah.
A Quiet Place is number 6 on mine, but a lot of people have it at 1 and 2 and 3. It's such a good horror movie.
Freaky. Like they make noise and then the creatures come out of the woods and attack them.
I don't know. I just I don't want to give it away. I don't give it. I'm just listing them. I'll talk about only the classic ones because of the new ones. I'm not going to talk about 10 Cloverfield. I don't want to give much of that over. Cabin in the Woods. That's less than 10 years. But A Quiet Place is 1 year old. You got to see it. It is a great one. It just is. And I'm not even going to go. The guy's protecting his family too. Oh. Okay, number 5, a classic, Night of the Living Dead, the black and white one.
Yeah.
You know, if you've seen it, right?
Night of the Living Dead. I think I saw it when I was.
I can't talk about the ending then. Okay. It was a classic ending though, and it's kind of poignant to today with the. Well, I'll explain it to you next time you get to see it. There's a movie from 1932. It's called Freaks. You ever hear of Freaks?
Freaks. Oh, is that the one about the carnies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaks is a classic, and I'll tell you, it is so well filmed. The cinematography is so point on. It looks like it could have made in the 60s, pretending to be made in the 30s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It looks like they're just
Like
saying, oh, it's only 30 years earlier, so they got most of the thing. But the cinematography is so good on it. It is a freaky movie, and you shouldn't watch it high or really too much under influence.
It's called Freak.
Because they got real people,
Yeah, they have like real carnies in the movie.
Yeah, they have a guy in there with no arm and no legs, and he's just in a potato sack wriggling around.
Yeah, he's like a nub.
Yeah, that is right. Yeah, so that's scary, isn't it?
Tommy's busting out his phone now. He's going to Google it.
Oh, freaks.
Oh, no, sorry.
There's a little chant at the end. They're all drinking together, right? The freaks, the carnies. Are you there?
Yes.
And he's banging on the table, and they go, "Gabba gabba gooby gabba," whatever the chant is, and they're just
whatever the chant. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah. One of us. That was one of the chants too. One of us. Okay, number 3. This we're getting our top 3, and this is controversial. I got Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
Shining.
It's a classic. God, what was her name?
Yes. Oh, the girl?
Yeah, the
Shelley
skinny
Duvall.
one. Real skinny one.
Yep, Shelley Duvall. I think that's Robert Duvall's sister, actually. Daughter? Robert Duvall's daughter? Yeah, I think that's Robert Duvall's sister.
No, that's not Robert. Shelley, yeah. She's Shelley
Duvall.
but not Duvall.
Yeah.
Duvall's the blonde one.
No, Shelley Duvall. That's who
Let
that
me
is.
look. Let me look. Okay,
You got to Google it.
Let me see. Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, I know I should have got my iPad out here.
Wait. Okay. Shelley Duvall. Wow, really?
Yeah. Shelley Duvall.
Lady Olive Oil.
Lady
right?
Olive Oil. Same girl. Yep.
You are right. You are 100% right.
Yeah.
That's Robert Duvall's sister?
I believe so.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Wow.
Is it his daughter?
Yep, she was married to Paul Simon in 1976.
Oh, okay. So no, he's saying that Tommy's saying that it's Robert Duvall's daughter that she used to be married to Paul Simon
1976 to 78.
for a couple years, anyway.
Wait, she's 69, so that would make
Robert
Duvall in his 90s.
He'd have to be in his 90s, right? 69 to 80, even his 20s.
Right.
Yeah. Holy crap! I thought it was his sister. Anyway.
Well, it doesn't say
that. Her last name.
Okay. Well, wait. How the hell did we get on Shining? And the little boy you never see again. And Scatman Crothers. You know who Scatman Crothers is?
I don't know who Scatman Crothers is.
Wait. They don't say right here, Duvall's the daughter, former actress. They don't say anything about it.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, Tommy's on Wikipedia. He just looked it up.
I'm looking at. Wait, I don't see Robert Duvall.
Robert Richardson Duvall.
Robert Richardson Duvall.
Bobby Bruce.
Where's that?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Tommy's on.
Wait, on Wikipedia.
But are you not feeling so fresh today? I don't know. He's on Wikipedia.
Wait, Robert Richardson. Now, 1919. That would make him 100 years old. No, Robert Duvall is not his father. No, Robert Duvall is not 100. Not to see, not to be. If you look at the early life, not to be confused with actor Robert Duvall, to whom Shelley is not related.
Well, there we go. now you knocked it by Tommy had to put on his glasses.
Not to be confused with actor Robert Duvall.
Not to be confused.
I'm looking at it. I didn't see any resemblance right there.
Well, I didn't really either, but sometimes
and she was too close to his age.
Robert Selby.
Oh, did you look? Now he's looking at the real Robert Duvall.
Yeah. Robert, the real Rod, he would have been 99 years old because he was born in 1999. But Robert Duvall maybe 81, maybe. But
I was going to say he's climbing up
not
there.
99.
He was even old.
What?
And he was old when Days of Thunder came out.
He was old. Yeah, he was old for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean okay, there was James Cagney years ago. I remember growing up. James Cagney was in all these great old movies as a mobster, sometimes as a singer, but sometimes in a comedy. And then you don't see him for years. And then I think he's in a movie in the 1960s, right? 1980 shows up, and he's in a movie called Ragtime. Now, I figure that by then, I think he was born before the turn of the century, so he had to be almost 90 years old. You know? And he's still playing like the chief of police in this movie. Yeah, well, they kept him in there a long time. You know, they just brought him in. It says, you want him, someone one day they're sitting around a table and they go, hey, do you realize James Cagney's still alive? And they go, really? Can he stand up on his own?
The movie.
Yeah. Can he stand up on his own? Does he look like he's alive? That'd be the one thing. Does he look like he's alive? And then all of a sudden, there he is in there. And I don't even think he didn't even say that much and stuff like that. But that's amazing. Like almost 15 years after he did a movie, they brought him out again. You know,
that's crazy.
Imagine I'm doing with a pitcher or quarterback. We're bringing Bart Starr back. He's 78 years old, you know, or whatever. Okay. My number 2 movie. Did you ever see It, the new one?
You know, I have never seen the new one, but I
never saw the new one?
The original one, child.
The new one's better.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I have a big sister, and I remember trying to watch It on the couch when I was little, and she kept covering my eyes for like every creepy scene. So I just remember like a ball of seaweed on a beach somewhere. That's all I was like. It was like this slimy thing, right? It's a clown. It's It. It is a clown.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the new one was.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking of the Blob, wasn't I? Okay.
Oh, the Blob's the one with Steve McQueen.
Oh, okay.
That was made up the street from where I used to live.
That's terrible.
I read the book.
What, the Blob? You know, actually,
Kelsey read the book of It, and it's 1,100 pages.
Oh, it was great. I read all Stephen King's almost. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good book. I mean, Stephen King's one of those guys, though, once you get in a story, I'm telling you go through like 200-300 pages a day.
Yuck.
Really, I'm not a big one on that, but It, and you got to see It. And actually, in the spring, the sequel, it's 2 parts. It's them as kids and them as adults. So it's coming out in April, I think. Okay, my number 1 movie.
Number 1 movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
What? No. Well, you know what? I was thinking about putting that in there, you know. But no, this one is critically acclaimed. Considered one of the scariest movies around. And it's not Psycho.
It's not Psycho.
Or Silence of the Lambs. You know what? It's Silence of the Lambs. But this is the Supernatural. And this was the early 70s.
Supernatural early 70s. Oh, Poltergeist.
That's almost 80. The Exorcist.
The Exorcist. Yes. Linda Blair.
Yeah. Max von Sydow. God, I forget the name of the chick that was in the woman that played the mother. But it was excellent.
Some kind of true story where they tried to exorcise someone and they killed her, right?
That wasn't her. That's the Emily Rose. Remember the exorcism of Emily Rose, and she died, and it was based on a true story of a girl who died during an I think. Oh man, you got to be careful. You know that.
I never saw the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Just bringing it back up, not to take away from The Exorcist, because I had no idea. I'd never seen the original. I saw the remake of it when I was probably in my 20s, and when you saw the like little extra film at the end when the cops went down the stairs and like boom, they're dead. Yeah. And then they were like, these events actually happened. Well, obviously they probably dramatized some of it, you know, but I had absolutely no idea that was based on
what I heard about, there's a couple, and you're starting to listen podcasts, that it was an amalgam of cases, and one of them was Ed Gein.
Ed Gein. Yeah,
Ed Gein. Yeah.
Yep.
Ed Gein. I heard that Texas Chainsaw Massacre took some of that from it. You know, the trophies and all that stuff that he kept. They got that. So when they say at the end these events actually happened, they didn't happen on the same thing. Because I tell you, that was terrifying. The original one with, you're just going down the street, you're running these, oh, God. I don't know if I saw the original. The original one was in the 70s, and they did another one in the 80s maybe. I don't know. But it was always the one when you were a kid, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There was a movie. Yeah. When you see, I mean, it's just everything in it. It's just no supernatural, really. Think about it. Just crazy people. Oh.
It's absolutely mind-boggling.
See, imagine just going through a list and getting terrified. Let's end this real nice. They're going to go with candy. Do you remember last time you trick-or-treated?
The last time I trick-or-treated was for beer.
Okay. Well, I mean, when you were a kid, when you had a bag of candy.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we used to use pillowcases.
Yeah, okay.
Because there was so much candy.
Just fire off some things that you definitely stay in the bag and the other ones that come out of the bag.
For the candies that I was, okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you some of mine, if you don't know.
The Reese's Peanut Butter Cups were usually my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sugar Daddies?
What do you call this? I like Smarties. You know what my favorite was?
Sweet tarts. Sweet
tarts? Tarts, there was some of them are chewy.
There's Swissers. The Twizzlers. That's the licorice.
The Sixlets?
What?
They were called Sixlets, and they were like in a long tube, and it looked like a bunch of little tiny
colors.
balls.
Yeah. They still make those.
Those are good.
And you don't get them any other time other than it's like you're walking down the street. You don't get it. Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Ranchers.
They were around.
I like the watermelon. My favorite.
Watermelon, yep, and apple. Snickers.
Yes. Snickers is always good.
They used to give out the full-size bars when I was a kid.
Yeah. Kit Kats and Butterfingers, my brother would steal them all.
Kit Kats, yep. Yeah. God.
And
Three Musketeers, Lemon Heads, Tootsie Rolls, Tootsie Pops. And a classic, caramel apples. They used to give out caramel apples when I was a kid.
Yes. Yeah, that was a little frowned upon by the time I was trick-or-treating.
Yeah, I mean, every time something was in a piece of plastic, you just reached in and grabbed it. You know it was going to be a big thing. And these people make like 150 of them. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to like come home and dump.
You know about the story about that, right?
Right, because there was razor blades.
Needles and right?
The people that were putting like the razor blades and stuff in the candy bars.
You know who that was mainly? Family members.
Ooh.
Family members. People that knew him. Yeah.
What?
All that thing started over something. It was a false or kind of like Munchausen by proxy, I guess. Think about it. When you're going to poison your kid,
right.
You could do
yeah,
it when is this was a group of people that found the opportunity to get back at their, hurt their kids and get some sympathy for themselves. So there's got to be some people out there with Munchausen by proxy and to get their kids.
Yeah, Munchausen by proxy. That's ridiculous.
That's just sick. But
yeah, that's awful. Then there was that girl that was her mom had it, whatever, Munchausen syndrome, and she killed her mom. She ended up meeting a boyfriend online, telling him that she wasn't really sick and that she didn't lose all her hair and that she, like her mom made her wear like freaking super thick glasses, sit in a wheelchair for like 7 or 8 years of her life. Lived off of a GoFundMe page looking for sympathy, and then the girl ended up basically confessing to this guy she met online. Then that was her boyfriend.
Okay, wait. And wait. Why don't we next week talk about that? But that's definitely like 20 minutes.
It totally is, but
oh my God! Related. See, we're at 50 already.
Are we?
Yeah.
This is what happened.
That's pretty much it, and so we're end of that. We did our Halloween show early, and I had the picture I have it is a bunch of guys in underwear. because I went with slutty outfits, but I figure I'll just put some guys on there.
Do you like to have the guys in underwear?
Hey, I'm not a real big fan of it, but it seemed appropriate. It seemed appropriate for this particular show. It is, and just so people know, we're going to talk. We'll be planning for our bridge run show. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I got another message from the Lovers Boutique, and they are back in town. So we may be doing some there in the next week or so, because I told them, I said, it's almost Halloween, and you sell a lot of costumes, all different things. So, and recently I advertised. I talk about I have my notary thing I do. It's called keysnotary.com.
Yeah.
So if you ever need to get married down here, if you're planning on getting married, I'll do non-traditional ones. I'm married to 2 dudes, 2 women. I don't have a problem. I don't know if you can do 2 dudes and 1 woman. What?
You could go, like the people that come in to get their slutty outfits, you could marry them.
I could. I could do that. I think when you're out of town, it's easier to get married on the thing. If you're in Florida, you got to wait 30 days for your thing.
No,
but
free.
Yeah. And this is going to be our regular Thursday thing or Sunday day. Who knows?
Cool. Well, I have a very inappropriate friend named Crystal who is excited about joining us at the Lovers Boutique. Yeah.
Oh, geez. I'm going to have to get an extra microphone, right? I'm going to have to get handy
wipes.
Well,
yeah, but you can use mine.
I'm going to have to. No. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I apologize. Bring Crystal on. Don't get me in trouble with the lady, though, okay? Let me put this on. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to thank Jenna for being on this episode, and we're going to be, she's going to be back next week. And I'm Jim, the Keys bartender. You say goodbye, Jenna.
Goodbye, everyone. Talk to you next week.
Yep, and let's play a little music when we sign us out. You hear that all? Jenna, thank you.
Thanks, Jim.